You know, a lot of you guys think I'm rich because, you know, I have two properties. I paid cash for this property this 20-acre estate I just got, and my other house is paid for. But I'm not rich, though. I used to be so poor, but I had all this debt, guys. Credit card debt, the house debt. I mean, we were going on trips every weekend, blowing all kinds of money, staying at bed and breakfasts and cabins by the mountains, and we had a good time, man. But I was racking debt up like crazy. You know, in a previous video, I told you guys the importance of living 100% debt-free and how I'm 100% debt-free and been that way since 2006. But a lot of you guys asked me, you said, CycleCruza, tell us how you became debt-free. How did you do it?
Not only am I going to tell you how I got out of debt, but I'm going to tell you how you can get out of debt too and buy a house with cash paid in full. Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
These are very difficult times. I'm not going to put myself up on a perch and act like I'm better than a lot of you guys because I'm 100% debt free. I wasn't always like that, guys.
By the way, if you want to get my gear, like my favorite super lightweight helmet, my motovlog camera, airbag vest to help keep me safe, links to all of my gears in the description and comment section of this video.
I was like a lot of you guys out there. I racked up a lot of debt in the past, man. I tell you, I racked up close to $80,000 in debt in the past. And that's not house debt or anything. That's credit card debt, man. And I had a mortgage in the past too, man. I was one of those guys that was a fake baller out there. I had the Lexus that I put on a credit card for $10,000 cash. I bought it. A lot of people didn't know I had 160, like 150,000 miles on that car when I bought it. I got it because I wanted to look like I was, you know, like I was doing well. You know, I was a baller. I had the Lexus, put some wheels on there, riding around. Yeah. I had, you know, the latest Jordans out. And people thought like, dang, you doing it, boy. You doing it. You doing good. And I had a bum job. I had a crappy job. I worked in a call center making like $12 an hour. Like I told you, a baller on a budget, man, racking up crazy debt. And a lot of people do that. And it's so stupid, man. But it got to the point, you know, I went out to Colorado. I actually got a good job. I got promoted. I was working with T-Mobile back then. I got a management job out in Colorado. First thing I did, I didn't pay off my credit card debt. I bought a house to add more debt, get into more debt. Bought it for $120,000, which, by the way, that house is worth almost $300,000 right now. Because the housing prices went up big time out in Colorado. I wish I'd have kept my house, man, longer than I did. But I had all this debt, guys. Credit card debt, the house debt. I mean, we were going on trips every weekend, blowing all kinds of money, staying at bed and breakfasts and cabins by the mountains. And we had a good time, man. But I was racking debt up like crazy. And then I got my fiance at the time a job where I worked. And she started some drama up in there. And they ended up firing both of us, man. And I lost my good job. And that's when the house of cards of debt came tumbling down. $80,000 in debt, man. And the house, I couldn't pay the house anymore. I couldn't get another good job. Was working call center work, making like $12 an hour or something like that. Because I couldn't get any other type of jobs that were paying any good. And then I went to Ohio. I moved back home to Ohio and got an apartment out in Ohio. And I did get a good job with Ohio Savings in the brokerage department in downtown Cleveland. And I just left my house in Colorado, man. I was just gonna let it go, get foreclosed on, and just my credit go to absolute crap. And while I was working downtown at that bank, I said, you know what, man? I could turn this all around. Why don't I go back out to Colorado, fix that house up, sell it, make a profit, you know, pay off my debt, and get back on track. And that's exactly what I did. I quit my job at Ohio Savings, went back there, fixed the house up, sold it, and I made a really absolutely fantastic profit on that house. I was able to pay off all my debt, and I was 100% debt free. I didn't have no debt whatsoever. And I said, you know what? I don't want to live like that anymore. I don't want to have to worry about having to, you know, if I lose my job, have to worry about my car getting repoed or losing my house. I said, you know what? From now on, from here on out, I'm living well below my means. I'm paying for stuff 100% in full, pay my credit card statements 100% full every month. And I changed my mindset, guys. At that point going forward, I never got in debt ever again. It's back in 2006. I haven't gone back. I have not had a single cent of debt since. I'm not trying to be a baller anymore out here with the fancy cars. And I saved up. I pay cash for my bikes. I pay, you know, cash. My house is 100% paid for.
And this past summer, I paid cash for my dream property, a 20-acre estate down south in the Appalachian Mountains that I had been saving for many years.
A lot of you guys say, CycleCruza, I can't pay cash for no house. That's crazy. You're talking crazy. Let me tell you this, guys. You can buy awesome houses that are being foreclosed on from the bank at cash-only auctions for cheap. I was getting ready to buy another house, man, about a couple of years ago as an investment to fix up and resell. $50,000 it closed at the auction. I was on the computer getting ready to hit buy on the auction, but I didn't have time. The person that bought it, $50,000 he paid for it, he put $10,000 into it, and he flipped it for $180,000, man. And I knew there was money to be made with that house. Here's the house right here, guys. Right here. $50,000. Guy put $10,000 into it, man. Sold it for $180,000. Ah, I'm kicking myself in the butt. See, that's a nice house. See, in a nice neighborhood here in Berea, Ohio. Suburbs, excellent school district. Man. But there's a lot of deals out there like that, guys, where you can buy the house for cheap, instant equity, and you can work on it on the weekends or whenever you want to, whenever you have a little bit of extra money to put into the house, live in it for a couple of years, and then you could sell it, and you don't have to pay any tax on it because you lived in the house for 2 years. And then you'll have a ton of extra money. Then you can buy another better house if you want to, or do whatever you want to do. And I believe anybody can save up $50,000. That's not it's not a lot of money, man. If you work hard, you live well below your means, and you save your money, you can easily save $50,000. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of great houses you can buy at cash-only auctions for that price and cheaper, man. You'd be surprised. Cash is king, guys. You know, it really is.
Just to show you how powerful cash is, I put an all-cash offer on my country estate within 10 minutes of it hitting Zillow, and there were like 5 other bidders, and I was the second lowest, but she chose mine because mine was an all-cash offer, and all the rest of them were loans.
And I tell you, it's really beautiful being 100% debt-free, man. It's very freeing. I don't never want to go back in debt. It's horrible having that debt hanging over your head and having to worry about, you know, you losing your job and you having to pay that debt and can't figure out how to do it. Try to downgrade the way you live right now. Like maybe even thinking about getting into the trailer park. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. It's gonna help save you some money, and that way you can put some extra money away and help pay down that debt and become debt free, or save up some money for that house you want to buy. So there you go. I was just like a lot of you guys out there, but I turned my life around. You have to change your way of thinking. You can't get the latest and greatest stuff anymore. Make stuff last. You know what I'm saying? I buy clothes at like Marshalls to save money, and I wear them until I get holes in them, man. I don't care. I'm not trying to be fashionable out here. I'm trying to save some money and stay 100% debt free, and you can too. But anyways, leave a comment below. Let's talk about it, guys. That's why I do these videos. Hopefully this video will help motivate you to be 100% debt free, so that way you can better weather these horrible times. Don't forget to subscribe to my All Over Motorcycle channel. Deuces.
Thumbs up. Check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto, where I customize a van for my motorcycle so I can live in my van with my motorcycle and travel across the country anywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bug Out Moto.